Diving is one activity that is totally fun and interesting, but where you do it matters a lot. In fact, it makes the experience worth it. There are several diving locations scattered all over the world, and they are all amazing in their own right. But in today's video, we will only talk about the best. We will go over the most beautiful diving destinations, and if you are an enthusiast of the activity, you need to stick around till the end of the video. And while at it, hit the like and subscribe button. We've got a load of similar videos coming your way. Number 1. Raja Ampat, Alor, Komodo, Indonesia. A whopping 75% of all known coral species and more than 1,500 species of fish can be found in Raja Ampat, an area off the coast of New Guinea. These fishes frequently congregate in large numbers, and sharks and other pelagic are frequently spotted among them. The island of Alor is home to numerous creatures, from the enormous to the minute, including schools of hammerhead sharks. Discovering the finest of both worlds is another fantastic opportunity offered by Komodo National Park. Although there are areas that are protected for beginners, the islands are all vulnerable to very powerful currents. So some prior experience is required to really take advantage of what these 3 destinations have to offer. Number 2. Malapascua, Philippines. Even if thresher sharks aren't present, the Philippines as a whole has a lot to offer. Thresher shark sightings are famously frequent on Malapascua, a tiny island off the coast of Cebu. The area is home to about 500 distinct types of hard and soft coral, as well as manta rays, hammerhead sharks, jackfish, and barracuda schools that number in the thousands. There are numerous wrecks to explore, both for the abundance of fish life and the wrecks themselves. And dugong are local residents in the area. Year-round diving is possible in water that hardly ever calls for anything thicker than a 3mm shorty. Number 3. Great Blue Hole, Belize. Sitting pretty somewhere off the coast of Belize City at Lighthouse Reef is where you may find one of the most distinctive dive locations in the Caribbean, the Great Blue Hole. It is massive enough to be seen from space and is the largest ocean sinkhole in the world. Knowing what to anticipate is a key component of enjoying the Great Blue Hole. This dive is calm, dark, and deep. Down in the pit, there are all kinds of unusual rock formations, including some really large stalactites and stalagmites. There are many different kinds of sharks, including nurse sharks, bull sharks, hammerheads, and black-tipped tigers. Angelfish, purple sea fans, Pedersen shrimp, and other marine life are also present. It's crucial to understand that the blue hole isn't necessarily a color dive. Elkhorn and braden coral may be visible in the shallower areas, but this isn't your usual coral reef dive. The environment has changed. It has been referred to as a gothic by others. It is deep and quiet, and while skilled divers can discover a variety of amazing formations and geographical characteristics between 110 and 270 feet below the surface, it is a slightly different dive. Number 4. Barracuda Point, Sipadan Island. Located on Sipadan Island, a portion of Malaysia that is included in the Coral Triangle, the Barracuda Point contains a coral reef that has developed here along the edge of a submerged underwater volcano, fostering the growth of a rich, diverse ecosystem in the clear waters. These bustling waters are home to over 3,000 species of fish and hundreds of different types of coral. One of Sipadan's most distinct offerings is Barracuda Point. The dive begins as a wall dive before transitioning into a channel with a strong current. The massive school of barracudas that give the point the name is located at the far end. It doesn't really do credit to the appearance of it to just term it at a school. Number 5. Darwin's Arch, Galapagos. Darwin began investigating natural selection as a result of being drawn to the island chain in the Galapagos, which forever altered our understanding of biology. It is no surprise then that he is remembered now by the large stone arch at the island's southeast tip, and by one of the islets. Scuba divers have the good fortune to discover a wealth of marine life beneath the surface that even Charles Darwin could not have imagined. Darwin's Arch is an islet that is home to a rich, teeming wilderness of marine life, and it is situated off the coast of Ecuador. In these nutrient-rich waters, a number of currents converge, bringing with them a variety of marine life, including dolphins, sea lions, green sea turtles, barracudas, eagle rays, sea lions, and moray eels. Because there is so much to see here, liveaboards frequently schedule 6 or more dives. When there is something fresh to view around every corner, it is difficult to grow accustomed to a diving location. Hammerhead cleaning stations, where the sharks rest outside the flow of the water while reef fish clean their mouths, might even be visible. The sharks are not only an interesting sight, but they are also far less likely to swim away from you while you try to get a better look or snap a picture, because they are considerably less afraid of divers when they are being cleaned. Number 6. Richelieu Rock, Thailand. Between the Himalayan and Southern Islands and the Andaman Sea, the sea is filled with life. Richelieu Rock eventually attracts the majority of that life, maybe because it is the only neighboring peak. This dive site is far from home of the next island, and even farther from the mainland, so any marine species in the region looking for shelter or food will congregate here. The summit of the rock is visible at low tide for a few meters, but at high tide it is typically totally submerged. The top is covered in red and purple soft corals and many small animals including seahorses, pineapple fish, harlequin shrimp, porcelain crabs, ghost pipefish, and others call it crags and crevices home. Filter feeders such as manta rays and whale sharks, as well as bannerfish, lionfish, and shovel-nosed rays frequent the area. Here are a few things to consider if you are going diving there. The currents can be really treacherous, especially near the surface. If you have a slow descent, you might want to dive here on a calm day. Second, you will need a parking permit to dive here. Don't know where to buy one? No problem. Just head to the Southern Islands. Number 7. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. One of the most popular places in this list. All of it's breathtaking, but the ribbon reefs around Lizard Island, north of popular tourist destinations like Cairns, are something else, out of this world. Fish of all sizes and forms assemble in large numbers on magnificently pristine reefs that can only be dived from a live aboard, since they are remote and uninhabited. After a few dives, you can start exploring for other things besides sharks, since there are so many different sorts of sharks to see, like humpback whales and potato groupers at the famed cod hole that are so big they would be terrifying if they weren't so docile. Be prepared to be nudged in the anticipation of a treat. You get to appreciate the breathtaking underwater beauty without much interruption from other dive teams, because there are only a very small number of boats permitted to come, and they work on schedules that avoid one another. Number 8. Yolanda and Shark Reef, Egyptian Red Sea. In close proximity to the SS Thistlegorn wreck, Shark Reef and Yolanda Reef are located in Ras Mohammed National Park in the Egyptian Red Sea. These two reefs protrude from a seafloor only 20 to 30 meters deep. A deep wall, a sand plateau, and a wreck are all present here. Barracuda and large schools frequently visit the area. Even silky sharks can be seen in July and August. Here, the Gulfs of Suez and Aqaba converge, bringing together two distinct currents and two groups of endemic species. Soft corals, sea anemones, and paraxenathus cover the wall here, and when the current dies down, the soft coral opens up, transforming the reef into a riot of color and life. The Yolanda is located at a shallower depth, approximately 145 to 160 meters. In 1980, a Cypriot cargo ship became stranded on a reef. The wreck is now a tourist attraction, not only for the fish, coral, and sea creatures that live there, but also for the unusual cargo. When the ship went down, it was full of bathtubs, pipes, and toilets, making this location the home of some of the most famous toilets in the world. And there you have it. We've come to the end of this video, and I'm pretty convinced that diving will never be boring for you again. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.